Good afternoon, and welcome to Monday, July 23rd. And it's Monday, but we won't be gaming because Bob went and got himself scheduled at work, so he's not available. He did, at the very least, let me know before I sent out the message saying, hey, is everyone still available? So he was at least proactive in making sure to communicate that, so there's a bonus, but still no game. That being said, today is not without exciting Dungeons and Dragons information. We had some cool announcements. Today is the day we've been waiting for. And there's two new things that were announced. One of them had, leaked out, and I read about it yesterday, and it turns out to be true, and that's Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica, which is freaking awesome that they're finally doing this. Ravnica is the city of guilds. It's Magic the Gathering. This is a hardcover book coming out November 20th for $50. Hardcover book that is detailing a Magic the Gathering setting for Dungeons and Dragons, which I have to buy if for no reason other than to tell them I support this idea. I want them to make more of these products. Magic the Gathering is a fun game, but it has such inventive worlds that are wasted on only being a card game. So, definitely looking forward to that. And I think that maps and miscellaneous and dice are also amongst the products here for that. So, there's that, and that's coming out in November. And that's like a full product. That's not the only thing. Because we also got an announcement of something that's out today, sort of. The Wayfinder's Guide to Eberron. So we're now looking at a basically official document for Eberron 5th edition. And it is available here on the Dungeon Masters Guild. Which means for $20 you can get a PDF. Boo, boo. But it is it's 176 pages, so it's like a book. It's not like a little bitty pamphlet kind of thing. Hopefully, we will eventually get a print-on-demand version at the very least. But right now, it is just a PDF. I don't want to pay for a PDF. I want a physical product that can go on my shelf. All that being said, it is cool that that we're actually, that we're getting another setting. And, I know when the Magic the Gathering setting thing had been released, some people were all like, well, that's cool and all, but that's not one of the existing settings we're waiting on. So, that one's for later. The one that's actually a setting people have been waiting for, Eberron, is one that they released right away. So, definitely fun, interesting, cool. 2 new settings, one of which is going to be a full book and a step into the idea of, Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons mixing. Yes. And then the other is getting us something real for Eberron. So for me, I want to see a physical product. And I'm hoping that we get the one at one point. I mean, it's possible that they're just basically saying, hey, let's put it on just PDF for 2 weeks just to see what typos or whatever. Anything that people notice like that, just in case our team missed anything, we now have a way to, get some extra eyes on it. Could be something that simple. Or maybe they just didn't think people would want that printed out for some reason. I do. Alright, and digging deeper into the announcement and such. They called the Wayfinder's Guide to Eberron the first step, for updating the setting. It's a digital release on the Dungeon Masters Guild online marketplace, which will serve to collect feedback on adjusted races, dragon marks, new backgrounds, and more. It also lets people do DM's Guild publishing within the setting, so there's that. But it's also apparently we're just taking a step here. So I'm guessing at some point we will get some physical product for it, so I don't need to worry about it too much. Good. Oh, and what joy! We actually got official confirmation from Mike Merles that it is planned for print on demand, but only once it's basically finished. And they're not only doing playtesting there, but they're also going to do Unearthed Arcana things and add the Artificer, which is not apparently currently in the book. For example, today they released an Unearthed Arcana Races of Eberron where I can get the races without getting the book. I mean, they're the playtest content versions. But I mean that's something of, oh, this exciting thing happened. Well, I get part of it without spending money, so I'm quite pleased. We get whatever. What is it? Changelings, Calicitar, Shifters, and should be Warforged. Yep. So fun. Updated versions on all of them. And I've been sitting around, finished editing something, watching Critical Role. Otherwise, I've begun prep for dinner. Made some rice, got that in the freezer to chill, cut up some vegetables. Be cooking something here shortly. And what I figure I'll do is I got this recipe that was discovered when I was sorting out papers. I had this in one of the boxes, and I've made this recipe a number of times. It's fried rice. I don't have any quantities on here. Onion plus is, basically whatever vegetables I got. So in this case, it's jalapeno, onion, green pepper, and celery. And then I have a fair bit more rice than I know I ever did, because, well, it's just what it made. Another thing I have that I've never used is actually a wok. And I don't know how to use a wok. I don't know what I'm doing. But I have a wok. I also have wok tools that I got at the last, when they had them at Aldi. Kind of curved at the end for that. So, you know what? Yeah, I'll be prepping it in that, because why not? So yeah, just figure out make myself some fried rice. Alright, I'm definitely making a very large quantity that I don't really necessarily need to make. But you know what? I guess it is good that I have the wok. I have no idea how to use a wok. But I'm figuring it out, or rather, I'm using it regardless of whether I'm using it right. Right, and I added the eggs. Went with 3 eggs, which probably still isn't going to be enough protein for me. But I don't really have any meat to add to it, so I'll work with what I got. And I've definitely had to expand the times, but I think it's because I'm making a larger quantity than I had before. But otherwise, it seems to be looking about how I remember. And it's done, and the wok isn't, I suppose, really designed to have a lid. But I got a gnat problem currently. So I've made my bowl, and whatever I'm not putting in my bowl right away, I have to put a lid over, or it just becomes garbage. So, and it's been years since I went and made my own homemade fried rice, so hopefully I still did fine. To my recollection, it was only ever just fine when I made it before, so I'm not expecting great, but it's fun. All that said, like I said, I'm tired. It's starting to get late. I'm headed to bed. Thank you for joining me, and join me as my journey continues. Bye.